it the cellular phone company? Was it the government? Or was it a private investigation firm? I never found that out in my discovery who that was. But I remember I called my dad, as it kind of startled me having a helicopter chase you. So I remember I had a secret code with my dad that if I paged him with a certain code, he'd go to a supermarket to a payphone and he'd wait for my phone call for like 15 minutes. With my mom, it was a more intricate system. Because of because I know if a government or a law enforcement agency knows you're going to a payphone, it's really easy to get the history, terminating, originating numbers. I know it because I did it on them. So what I figured is, with my family, how I'd contact them, is have them go into a casino. So they'd have a pager, and I'd page with a certain code means Stardust, Mirage, whatever, right? And then they'd go in and listen for the call to be paged like Mary Sue, and they'd go to the white courtesy phone and pick up the call, and that would be me. And it'd be really difficult for the government to trace these calls. With my dad, it wasn't so, since I didn't talk to him so much, it was where I'd call him at a payphone. So I remember calling him up and saying, Dad, you wouldn't believe what happened. He goes, what's going on? I go, a helicopter just chased me. He goes, son, you really need help if you think helicopters are chasing you. And I go, no, Dad, it was really chasing me. And he goes, you really need to see a psychologist. No helicopter's chasing you, Kevin. You're being paranoid. So anyway, long story short, I was being chased, but I never found out by who or what had happened. So what am I doing today? I'm really fortunate. You know, I never thought I'd be where I am today, and a lot of it has to do with a lot of you that were my supporters. I still give thanks to everybody that was part of the Free Kevin movement, you know, especially Manuel and everybody part of the 2600 group. I really knew that there was no influence on the courts because you can't influence the government, but at least it got the message out there about, you know, about some certain civil rights violations in my case. I never said that I didn't deserve to be punished, but they went a little bit overboard by holding me in solitary confinement because I could launch nuclear missiles by whistling launch codes. So today what I do is I go around the world and I do a lot of public speaking engagements, not what I'm talking about now, but mostly like on social engineering and wireless security. I do a lot of penetration testing, so companies, you know, hire me to hack in. Kind of what I was doing all my life, but I do it with authorization and I get paid for it, and I don't have to go to jail for it. So it's kind of a win-win-win situation all the way around, but I want to sincerely thank all of you for being there for me when I was at the bottom of the bucket during that time in my life, when I was sitting in federal prison, not knowing if I'd ever get out. The government was saying they wanted to hold me for 400 years for making like 21 clone cell phone calls. And I never had a light at the end of the tunnel. And at the time, the government wanted me to become an informant. They actually wanted me to tell on what other people were doing, and I refused because I had the integrity not to become a snitch on somebody else just to get myself out of trouble. You know. Because unfortunately, that's what happens in 95% of the time is people cooperate against each other and everybody goes down. And I just, you know, again, I didn't think that was part of my personal integrity, so I figured, hey, if I did something wrong, I'm going to take the licks for it, and I'm not going to try to bring somebody else down with me. So when I was going through this whole process, I had hundreds of people writing me letters, taking my phone calls, building websites, starting the Free Kevin movement. I mean, and today, I'm still thankful for all of you that have participated and supported me all those years. I don't know who all of you are because, you know, when I was in prison, I, you know, didn't get much access to email. Why? Because when people would send me even printouts of email, they would actually prohibit me from getting a copy of the email, saying it's in secret code. I go, what do you mean secret code? And they would look at the MIME headers and go, that is a code. That's the intelligence of the Bureau of Prisons. But again, I want to thank everybody for being there for me. I'm kind of sad that this is the last hope because I kind of look forward to it. I couldn't make it last year, but I thought this would be a tradition that would continue, where people that share similar interests would get together. And again, I want to thank everybody for being part of 2600 and Hope, and I'm glad I could be part of it now. So thank you. Yeah. So I have a gift for most people here, and I don't know, they said they had like probably 2 minutes left, 1 minute? 2 minutes. And I don't know how I'm going to get this to you because I have to be give courtesy to the next speaker, but I normally have these on my website, you know, and because I don't like going and doing the mail, I you know, charge $5, but I'm not charging anything because I'm here at this conference. All of you are my fan. I mean, I'm your fan, meaning I'm dedicated to your support through the years of my problems and stuff like that. So I wanted to give this gift of my lockpick business card, but I don't know how to give it out without interrupting the other speakers. So you can come up to me, and it's absolutely free of charge. I'd be happy to give you one of these cards. I ordered like 600 of them because they're kind of expensive. They're like $3 a piece. So any of you that want one of these lockpick business cards, you're welcome to come up, and I'll give it to you till I run out. Go.
Whoa, slow down. All right, we're going to do this on the mezzanine. Otherwise, we're going to have like a Who concert situation here. There's going to be people smashed, and Robert Townsend will be looking at young boys. It'll be a bad scene.
Downstairs because I have another speaker.